Konnichiwa, Bulavinaka, hello and welcome in wherever you're watching and tuning in around the world. Welcome into ANZ Stadium in Suva, Fiji for the 2019 Pacific Nations final between the USA and Japan. In co-commentary, former star of the Manu Samoa team in 2003 World Cup, Elva.
Japan ranked 11th and USA ranked 13th, both teams trying to go up the rankings.
Yes, important game with less than 50 days to Rugby World Cup 2019. And these two proud nations have been very consistent. Pool A, USA, 2 wins from their 2 starts, 25-17. And Japan, they have been very, very impressive in their 2 wins as well against Fiji and Tonga. A neutral ground of sorts, ill.
Yeah, beautiful ground, Ken. Lovely weather here today. Both teams are just trying to keep on preparing and getting ready for the 2019 World Cup.
So the Japan team, 34-21 winners, as I said, over Fiji, 41-7 over Tonga. And tentative moments for these young players as they arrive at the ground.
Yeah, big goal for Japan this year, Ken. Top 8 at the Rugby World Cup. Some nervous players coming out of the bus, and they would have prepped well this week.
Winners of the Pacific Nations in 2011 and 2014, Japan.
For Japan today, up front, Inagaki, Orie and Valu. Moore and Helu are the new locking combination. Inspirational captain Michael Leach leads a new back row with Labuskagne and Tui. Tanaka gets his first start in 2019 alongside the in-form and impressive Tamura. Lafaeli and Tupou are in the midfield, while dynamic duo of Fukuoka and Matsushima, with their ability to beat defenders and score tries, are joined by Yamanaka in the backfield.
Yes, an interesting selection. Yamanaka, versatile player he is as well. And their opponents, the USA, 47-19 winners over Canada. And they beat Samoa on this very ground 2 weeks ago, 13 points to 10. And in the 3 years they had previously been in this competition, they finished 5th in 2013, 2nd in 2014, and were 5th again in 2015. As their team, a balance of young and experienced players as they build towards the Rugby World Cup 2019, where they are in Pool C. Their coach, Gary Gold, has selected a side that reflects the sort of year they want to have, with the Wingleski, Sorsenia, Fergai and Mullen in the front row. Breakley and Peterson, the 2 locks. Djibouti, Hermeshes and Fatanana Schultz, the loose forward trio. Davies and McGinty will pair up in the halves. Lasiki and Brach in the midfield. Scully, the captain, on the right wing with Madison Hughes, a star of 7s. And the outstanding Will Hooley will wear the number 15 jersey for the USA today. Not too many home supporters in the neutral ground. There'll be a lot of interest in the game to follow this between Fiji and Samoa, but this is the final that will determine who will be the Pacific Nations champions for 2019. And as Earl Va'a was alluding to, they're not too far from each other in the world rankings, and the growth and development of the game in the USA in recent years has been impressive.
Yeah, and it's good to see some Japanese supporters have travelled over here to Suva today to support the team.
Oceania Sevens that they will be hosting here later in the year. The Crusaders and the Chiefs play in Super Rugby. They've played at this ground in recent seasons. It's been the home ground of the Chiefs in 3 years, previous 3 years as well. And they have a team playing in the NRC competition in Australia as well, based out of Fiji. Blaine Scully on the left and the outstanding Michael Leach on the right. Two captains. Test number 62 for Michael Leach today. Pacific Nations Cup on display. Blaine Scully. Interesting selection of a right wing as captain.
Yeah, he's been around a long time, but you know, it's probably the work that he does around the team, getting them up, how he speaks, and making decisions for them in certain areas on the field. So no problem with having a winger at captain.
The national anthems of USA and Japan, they are both massive global markets for rugby. 330 million population in the USA, 127 million in Japan. There might be a modest crowd here today, Earl, but they are very important countries for the global growth of rugby.
Yeah, and they're both proud countries, Ken. You know, it's a great opportunity for the players to reflect their own achievement wearing the jersey. The proud moment for themselves, their families, and their country.
Of course, Japan. played last week without their head coach, Amy Joseph, who had to return to New Zealand for the passing of his mother. Players wore black armbands. A lovely acknowledgement and tribute after the game for Jamie Joseph's mother. The USA team were 13-10 with a penalty awarded to them in the 82nd minute against Samoa. Allow them to come through. Glenn Jackson, Ben O'Keefe and Tavita Rocco Verdini, the assistant referees.
Both teams be just looking to play their own games today, Kent. Japan
So it will be Yu Tamura from Japan that will get the 2019 Pacific Nations Cup final underway. It's Will Hooley, Davies for AJ McGinty.
already we've just seen the United States just show their arm. They're happy to use their kicking game, get down the other side and attack Japan's line out.
Shota Horier with the ball for Japan. Very important part. Michael Leach, the captain. It's a little set play. Tanaka with an inside ball and a good tackle. Tanaka for Michael Leach. James Moore. Just using their big men. Portier with a tip on. This is Michael Leach, second carry and 3 rucks. Tanaka now. Moore. So it's Leach and Moore who have owned the first early carries for Japan. They're coming back the left side. Tanaka. Aivalu. Japan again down the left edge. Tanaka, Moore. Gee, they've been busy, Moore and Leach, in the go forward for Japan.
A good defensive set up by USA first up. Japan trying to get to their right edge. They were never ever given that ability to. USA just kept on coming up, kept on forcing them back to the left edge. When they ended up trying to go out the back door to the right edge, they had too many numbers and put Tamura under pressure. They come back for the penalty kick.
Tamura from the 10-metre line gives, gee, that's good. Very good kick from Yu Tamura on the 5-metre line, so they will have an attacking line out in very good field position.
Yeah, just look for Japan to drive from here. Ball come down to Tui and get some support around him and try and drive it over the line.
So Shota Horier goes to the back of the line out for James Moore. Now the drive that Earl Va'a was talking about. They get set and go forward. They peel around, but the defence so far holds. But now they go forward. Japan, they're inside the 2-metre. Japan, they're in the end goal. Glenn Jackson having a look, and the try's awarded. Good throw from Horier. Good win at the back by James Moore, and a solid drive. And it's the captain, Michael Leach.
Great option. James Moore's taken the place of Luke Thompson this week. He's been the one that they usually go to the back. Here you see a number of the backs come in. Fukuoka comes in, Lafaeli comes in. They all lend a hand. It spins around to the right side, even Tupo's there now. And Michael Leach with the ball falls over the try line. Good start for Japan.
Now Yu Tamura.
Such a difficult part of the game to defend mauls now, Ken. Here's just another replay. You see Hortier go on the right side of Leach. James Moore comes back in. Tupou lends a hand. And they have a push from the back from Hortier again, getting their captain over.
Japan, first time in the game inside their own half. Labashkakni with the carry. Tanaka for Inagaki. Yu Tamura standing immediately behind Tanaka. Sends the USA back into their own half, and Will Hooley with the kick. Matsushima.
Yeah, different exit from Japan here, Ken. Tamura just happy to go long and see whether the USA would counter. They've kicked back, so Japan will notice that for next time. Just a short line out, so look for their forwards to carry.
And now Lasiki on the advantage line. Davies misses out 2 players for Fatnana Schultz. And now McGinty with a little chip over the top. And Matsushima.
That's a very good option from McGinty. With the Japan rush coming out from up to in, there's always going to be space in behind. He found it, he just didn't get the bounce, but they still get the line out.
So Whengai goes long, it's off a set play, and again it's Lasiki, the second 5 coming from the midfield to collect the ball. Now Peterson, tackle just on the 22. Davies. Whengai away from the first defender. McGinty, short ball for El Jaburi, but they've lost the ball, the USA. Tanaka now. Chase, Fukuoka is there on Scully, and that is a great defensive play from Matsushima, who chased down the USA captain, Blaine Scully. Now from the quick throw, Yamanaka. The USA player looked like he lost his feet. That's what the penalty is for.
Great space awareness from Tanaka. They got the turnover, great defence. Put the kick over the top. Fukuoka chased. They took the quick ball. And just there, Laseki coming in from the side. Laseki's had 2 great carries off set piece for the States. That's who they're going to go to today, off their set piece, for him to just carry and go forward. The key for them, though, is to get quick ball off it so that they can get their forwards around the corner and play their second phase.
56 tests for Yu Tamura. And if he gets healthy and gets a run of form, he could do anything at the Rugby World Cup. With a couple of years of injury, interrupted seasons, he is a quality player, Yu Tamura. Out of the Cannon Eagles and the NEC Green Rockets. And his game, the beginning of this tournament, has been on point. Yu Tamura with Japan leading 10-0.
Well, he kicks over 80% at goal, Ken. He's got a great passing game. He's got a good kicking game. He's got a good running game. So he's a real triple threat for the Japanese team.
AJ McGinty from the Sale Sharks. Skakni for Japan. Now Tanaka misses out 2 players for James Moore. He's been busy, the lock forward. Now Tanaka, Yu Tamura. Again, they shift to the right edge quickly. Indra Tui.
Stay on.
Tanaka. And Tamura. Will Hooley on the kick return for the USA. It's a good return.
No, stay, balls in, stay on side.
Davies. El Djibouti. Blindside flanker. And McGinty with a little chip over the top. It's too big.
Yeah, different decision from Hooley from Japan's kick chase. The last time he put it back up in the air, and this time he runs back. They had great field position. They just didn't execute their kick right there.
Shota Horier, the hooker, in the middle of the line out for Will Helu. Horier with a little tip on, and they've got a little opening down the right edge for Matsushima. Turns the ball on the left side for Fukuoka. He's got good feet, good pace. What an outstanding try from Japan. They're so good when they shift the ball. And there's another example. Fukuoka with the second try for Japan.
And it's also another good example of creating fast ball. So Tim Lafaeli's playing at first receiver. He starts it off. He cleans his clean out. They get some quick hands. It's always on. Everyone short passes. Now they're down the edge. And Matsushima, he draws in Hooley. Great right foot step. And it's going to be hard to catch Fukuoka when he's that fast.
It's a product of the Japan Sevens program. Fukuoka, part of the Panasonic Wild Knights team, where former Wallabies and Crusaders coach Robbie Deans is in charge. And his form in this year's tournament so far has been electric. Fukuoka. Fukuoka, some suggestion he's going to play this year. He wants to go to the Olympics next year as part of the Japan Sevens program. Then he wants to retire and complete his medical studies, but he is a fabulous player, as is Matsushima. 2 wingers down the same right edge. There's too much pace and class for the USA defence. Great try. James Moore, gee, he's had a strong 13 minutes. James Moore carries, won the line out to set up their first try.
Great work from the USA to identify that the Japanese team, James Moore, were trying to maul from their catch. You can see Whanana Schultz throwing people away. Hear him brush it. Did a great job to get the ball back. Right side scrum. Again, look for Lisecki to hold defenders, to carry over the advantage line.
Gaki, Horia and Aivalu. Indications are that's going to be the front row at the World Cup.
Sit. Hang on, boys.
All Panasonic front row.
Yep.
They've been one of the clubs that have dominated the Japan top league over the last decade, alongside Suntory and Toshiba. And current champions Kobe making some very big statements as well.
Coach!
Up against Wingleski, Fiangai and Mullen from the USA. Davies.
Stay on 9-9.
Yes, this is Scully coming from the right wing. Siki with the clean out. Now El Jaburi for the USA. Davies. Lovely short ball from McGinty.
Yeah, backwards. Play, get back. Back.
Now they get some momentum going forward and some time with the ball. The USA. It's Fiangai who's met on the advantage line. Davies. Now Peterson.
Advantage for no arms.
Davies. McGinty. Checking his options. He dummies on the outside. Gives the ball back on the left for Madison Hughes. And that'll be the first try for the USA.
Yeah, I got it. Make sure you go.
What a response from the USA. Straight from the line, from the scrum. Scully carried.
Time's off.
Here we go. Got forwards carrying in the middle. McGinty just throws the dummy. Horia can't take him. And Matsushima
No.
and two minds there. Couldn't get.
Under advantage there, so, yeah. Okay, boy.
Here's the big carry from Peterson. The quick ball that I've been talking about. You see Tui push off on McGinty. Just with his body shape, it was all turning out to the edge. He followed his body shape, he threw the dummy, went straight through. Able to offload back to Hughes on the inside.
Concern for AJ McGinty. As Hooley kicks the conversion. McGinty scored all 13 points in their 13-10 win over Samoa last weekend.
Well, it's a good reply from the USA. It's a great confidence booster for them, knowing that they can get around the corner with a quick ball, get the ball in McGinty's hands, let him play with the defence with runners inside and outside. So they'll be questioning themselves now. And as they question themselves, they'll start focusing more on McGinty, and then the runners will come available on his inside and outside.
Tamura. Play underway. 17-7 after 18 minutes. And the USA, once they spend some time with the ball, applying some pressure to the Japan defence line. Davies kicks from the base of the ruck. Oh, an error from Japan, a chance now.
This is their bread and butter, Ken. This is how the States have won their last two games. They use their kicking game, they get their chases, They put catchers and counter-attackers back under pressure, and they wait and be patient to get the ball back, which they've done in a great position.
Rare era from Rohi Yamanaka. He is a very talented player for Japan. Fullback. Sean Davies. Lasiki again coming from the midfield. Lovely inside ball, Peterson. Davies back to right side for Brush. Oh, the ball was loose on the ground, not covered by USA, and an easy turnover, then a penalty for Japan.
Yeah, just slipping out of Brush's hands as he's going to the ground. But what I like is that they're getting gain line, they're getting quicker ball, and they're putting the Japanese defence under pressure. Now they've got to make decisions. We saw in one of the Japanese first line-outs, Tanaka was at the front. They've gone to a short line-out, so look for Lafayette to play ball again.
Portier for Michael Leach, and it's not straight.
Scrum a line out.
61st test today for that man Shota Portier, being captain of the Sunwolves. He's captained his country previously. He's played at the Rebels and the Highlanders. A very popular figure in Japan and in the rugby world, the USA. Throw to the front of the line. It wasn't straight either, so frustration for the two hookers. And for the USA, well, most of our talk about the USA rugby program in 2019 has been the wonderful performances of their sevens team. And we're very much looking forward to watching their 15s team go around in the World Cup in just a couple of months' time.
Very interesting after Japan's not straight that the USA decided to take a line out as opposed to a scrum, so they'll have to defend the scrum now.
You've got to stay in the fight as well. Okay, stay in the fight, don't pull back.
Fumiaki Tanaka, the Japan halfback. He's played 96 games for Panasonic. He's just left the club and heading to Cannon Eagles. So he'll be very familiar with his former club mates Inagaki Horier and Aivalu, who are currently in the front row of the Japan team with him. Alongside Fukuoka, who's also a Panasonic player, and Matsuda on the bench. Very strong Panasonic representation in this Japan team, whose form in the Pacific Nations this year, who has been very impressive.
Yeah, they've shown teams that they can attack from anywhere. Their defence against Tonga last week was outstanding. Their set pieces improved immensely under coach Jamie Joseph. And now it's just a matter of unleashing players like Lafayette, Fukuoka, and Tamura. From this scrum, look for Tanaka to play something with Fukuoka.
We're not going to see that with a penalty awarded to USA for a scrum infringement by Japan. So that will be relief for the USA. Gillespie. Mullen. Two front rowers as they won the ball eventually, the USA. El Djibouti is met and a good tackle by Horier and Moore. And then the ball is lost forward.
Great double shoulder tackle by Horier and James Moore. Moore just not able to get out of there quick enough. So referee Jackson's given the penalty to the USA.
Another attacking opportunity now for USA. They scored from their last one. Sosene, he's beaten. He was throwing to two in the line-out as well at the front. Well anticipated by Michael Leach. Hilu with the carry. Tamura standing in the in goal. Just looking to push the ball up the other end. Scully with the quick throw for Hooley. And the tackle made at the defence line by Horier. Brusher. Davies. Abashkatni is off the line quick. McGinty showed the ball. And then again taken on the defence line by Japan. Now Wingleski. He's got to be patient. Davies kicks. And the ball's got to go out on the full. They were building momentum nicely, the USA. I'm not sure about the kick.
Yeah, and you just saw McGinty again, ball in two hands, just asking the question of the defence line, just coasting through again. So what the USA forwards need to do is probably just change the point of attack and maybe just get a tip pass.
So Horier this time for Hilu. Tamura. Bodies in motion, inside ball. It's not taken by Fukuoka. Gee, that pass is caught. They're down the other end of the park, Japan.
Yeah, and it was the three names that we'd named just before, Ken. Lafaele, Fukuoka, and Tamura. Great play. Dummied in the inside, went out the back from the outside runner. Tamura went back door. He isolated the defender, just couldn't get Fukuoka to hold the ball.
Coach! Point! Sit! Boys, I've come over here because I thought you're okay. Look after yourselves, eh? Focus and I'm happy. No, there's a big gap here. Coach! Point! Sit!
Well, can't get Clean engagement, so USA with a quick tap. Russia on the outside trying to run in. Madison Hughes squeezed for room now. Davies, flat ball for Peterson. He's been busy the lock. And there's an advantage for offside. McGinty loses the ball forward.
High tackle 12.
Yeah, good opportunity from that scrum after Japan were deemed to go early. Quick tap from the back of the scrum, went to Brusher. Good footwork, trying to get on the outside of Lafayette. Passes to Hughes, good work, good footwork and strength to stay in. And here just deemed to be offside. A good opportunity. Short line out for the United States.
Penalty for USA.
How much time? Still about 15, 18 minutes. Shot.
Will Hooley.
Yeah, it's a shame that the set piece didn't come away for the USA. Infringed by the Japanese player, pulling down an arm from their jumper, judged by referee Jackson. Hooley looking to put another 3 points on the board and close the gap to a converted try. Hooley's had a good competition as well, Kent. 11 carries from the back. Plenty of metres gained and defenders beaten. Taken over the kicking from McGinty as he struggles with an ankle injury. And looks pretty handy at doing it as well.
From the Bedford Blues, Will Hooley, 17 points to 10, 2 tries to 1. The longer the game has gone on, the better the USA look. Hooley and secures the ball from the kick-off. Fearngai, Sosene Fearngai, Davies. Sean Davies. Matsushima. This is Yamanaka. Chase coming from Yamanaka. And Matsushima. Ball is loose. It's going to come back on the Japan side. A nice clean out from the captain, Michael Leach. He's played that ball on the ground. Davies, lucky to get away with that.
Yeah, you just see him funneling it here, went back that one, but this one went forward. So now Japan able to launch from a midfield scrum.
So 3-2 split, you see. And the player standing immediately behind the number 8. So Tanaka looking left. And now Lafayette with a little flick. Tanaka with a cutout ball for Fukuoka. So that's the first phase. Tanaka Now to carry. Oh, they've lost the ball forward.
We saw Lafayette set up against Tonga last week on the right side. He threw the dummy on the inside and went on the outside and flicked it back to Nagati last week. This week he comes back to the left side, flicks it to Tui, get into good position on the edge, and then just losing the ball in contact was Helu.
Davies. USA scrum. Now Lasiki's had a busy game. The big second 5'8" again. He's over the advance line with a solid tackle. Davies looking for runners as they come. Good defense, Japan.
Lasiki's been great. Carry, footwork, creating quick ball. Then Davies is just picking his side. Sometimes the forwards go around the corner, and sometimes that time they went back down to the blind and caught the Japanese forwards that were coming off the scrum offside.
Hooley. Already a penalty and a conversion in the game, and some nice, couple of nice kick receptions as well. So Seni, fair mate, off the top. And this time the ball's knocked forward to Japan. Very dangerous from broken play. Fukuoka with some footwork on the right edge, a draw and pass Matsushima. Trying to get away from Will Hooley. Now Tanaka, quickly they shift back towards the middle, Japan. Now an attacking kick. Under normal circumstances, that'll be Fukuoka, but he's on the other side, Michael Leach. It's a contact game. USA calling for a penalty. A player taken by Leach. A fair contest for the ball.
Well, the ball was just sitting up, and Scully was waiting for it to go over the line. Michael Leach just pushed him into it, and now they get the line out.
Horier. Leach is at 3, Hilu's at 4. He's the target. Now Hendrik Tui. Labashkakni captained the team in the first game. Now Helu. So they're sending their big men into the USA defence line, coming hard onto the ball. And it's put down. Yamanaka.
Yeah, great line here from Yamanaka. The only thing is he forgot to catch the ball.
Come on.
Maggie has come on. AJ McGinty succumbed to that ankle injury.
Coach! Boys! Pressure, boys! Pressure here! Stay here! You need to fight harder. Hit and straight. Come over like this. Like that, please. Okay? Then he can get a better bind.
Be good for Will Maggi. Just get first touch, whether it's a pass or kick. Get into the game. Be comfortable as they go into half-time. Back his prep for the week so he can replicate what they've lost with McGinty leaving the field.
Bind! Sit!
Davies, another good scrum from Japan. Off the back, Nana Schultz. Now Brasher. Had to scoop the ball off the ground. Japan very aggressive at the ruck. Their counter ruck is outstanding. They've forced an error. Tanaka. Now grab a kick along the ground. Fukuoka can't hold the ball. So close to a second try. We're coming back for an early advantage. It was outstanding counter-rucking from Japan.
Wasn't here, you just see Lafaele on his left foot. Noticed that no one was home. Fukuoka gave him the call. Just slipped out of his hands. Good vision to see that space in behind. First time we saw Japan commit so many numbers into the breakdown. Put both Laseki and Braishi under extreme pressure to get that turnover. Chamura probably just happy to run the clock down, take the 3, receive the kickoff, put it out and go into the sheds and get a message from their coaches. Good to see a number of Japanese supporters travel to support their team. Very passionate. Good hang time on the kickoff. Good support in the back from Tim Lafaele.
Fukuoka. Nicely done. Hilu is penalised.
The USA have got an opportunity to get that 3 points back. Carry from Fukuoka. Hilu looking over the ball. Picked it up. Adjudged to his had his body in front of the ball.
The referee's always right. Even when they're wrong. Will Hooley. Continues his very good form as well. Will Hooley in the Shears Pacific Nations Cup with Japan ahead. 20 points to 13 at halftime. Well, a tentative opening 40 minutes in this game. So far, Japan out of the blocks very early. Tries to Michael Leach and Fukuoka. At one stage, they led 17 points to 0. And then the USA have come back.
Yeah, we saw a try from their first time down into the red zone. 6-man line out, down to Tui. A good drive. Saw the backs enter and join and help push over. His second try came from 5-man line out. Lafaele playing first receiver, using the ball carriers, and then on quick ball, they went square hands to the edge, found its way to Matsushima. He had his partner, Fukuoka, come from the left wing to support, and they were able to score from that.
Welcome back to ANZ Stadium in Suva. Half-time, the 2019 Pacific Nations Cup final.
Territory's going to the USA at the moment with their kicking game. Possession's almost even. Time in opposition. USA have spent more time in Japan's 22, but it's all about what you do with the ball. And the only stat that is relevant is the scoreline of 20-13 to Japan. They've taken more opportunities when they've had possession, so they'll keep on backing themselves to run around the field, using their pods in their middle, using their midfielders and their forwards on the edge, and keeping their systems in place.
Two tries to one. Madison Hughes with a lovely try. Outstanding sevens player on the left wing for USA, Michael Leach and Fukuoka, two stars of the Japan rugby team. And Yu Tamura, an impressive 4 from 4 for their 20 points to 13 lead for Japan. The quality of all the tries that we have seen has been very good, with Japan enjoying the early start of field position.
Started with a line out. USA gave some possession away from a penalty. Tamura kicked it into the corner. Here we see the Japanese backs get involved, and it's just too much pressure, pushing Captain Michael Leach over for the first try. Here you see Lafaele, Tupou in there, Fukuoka just giving a hand to their captain, get over. Second try came from a 5-man line out. Tupou, Lafaele was playing first receiver. Nice square hands, good pace there by Matsushima, and Fukuoka travelling from the left side to support his mate on the right, was in support. Watch this right foot step, took him one way, and it was too late for Scully to chase. From quick ball, see McGinty, who's now gone off injured, having the forwards carried clean, nice and fast. McGinty just taking it to the line, throwing the dummy, getting Tui off him, and Hughes running a great line inside. Here's Lafaele giving flick pass, going to the edge. Some real good skill shown by the Japanese at the moment, and real good fight from the Americans.
The game certainly had its moments, and Fukuoka could so easily have been in for a second try here, but it wasn't to be. 20 points to 13 at halftime. Japan over the USA. After a tentative start in the opening stanza of the first half from the USA, they closed out strongly. From 17-0 down, they closed that deficit to 20 points to 13 at halftime.
And it's all come from their kick game, Ken. McGinty, Davies, putting the ball down back in to Japan's half and asking them questions of their counter-attack. Their defence is held up, they're going good, they're connected, they just need to keep on pushing forward. Jamie Joseph was just telling his troops, hold on to the ball. There's plenty of opportunity out on the edges to get the ball to Matsushima and Fukuoka, but in the middle, we have to hold the ball and carry and clean and keep creating fast ball.
There is terrific atmosphere here in Fiji, as there always is. And of course, they are anticipating the Flying Fijians, who are up next against Samoa. The atmosphere around the ground has been energetic and good fun. Some disappointment that their home team, Fiji, is not playing in the final.
Yep.
Six teams in the Pacific Nations competition this year: Samoa, Fiji, and Canada, Tonga, Japan, and the USA. Welcome back to ANZ Stadium in Suva. Hope you're enjoying coverage of the Pacific Nations Final 2019, wherever you're watching around the world, especially in the USA and Japan. Just 7 points separating these two teams that are very evenly matched And score yesterday, Tonga 33 over Canada 23. Half-time here with Japan ahead by 7. And the final game in this year's tournament to follow this one between the home team Fiji and the Manu Samoa. Olympic gold medal champions in the sevens, HSBC 7 Series champions in the sevens, Pacific Games champions in the men's and women's in the sevens. Fiji, a team playing in the NRC competition in Australia. And the interest in this game with Fiji is immense, in Japan at the other end of the scale in terms of population and resource. Shota Horie on your left, very strong opening 40 minutes from him.
In this area, this is where the backs and the forwards split. They'll be talking about where they can see space, what's going well, what needs to improve. As you see here in the American dressing room, coach has given them all a pat on the back, and well deserved. They know they've got 40 minutes left.
Gary Gold is the coach of the USA from South Africa. He's had time with London Irish, Western Province. He's been an assistant coach at Springbok level. Some time at Newcastle and Bath. He's been in the game as a professional coach for 20 years, and he'll be very encouraged by the form, as Elva'o was saying, of the USA Eagles. So the second half underway. Will Maggi for the USA sends the ball down, and Hendrik Tui. Matsushima at first receiver, at the line hard, the right winger. Now Tamura. He's not going for touch. He was going for a contested kick, but it's taken in by USA, but the counter ruck from Japan is on song. So now Tanaka. Utamura this time kicking on the long side, trying to bounce that ball out. That is an outstanding start to the second half by Japan.
Again, the Japanese were just happy to carry from the kickoff, get a good kick chase. Just looked like they were going to fan out and put the US under pressure. Then the backs decided, hey, let's have a crack at this counter ruck again. Good work from Lafayette.
Brilliant kick, great field position. Hordier for James Moore off the top quickly. Hendrik Tui, hard and straight. And Hermeshies, quick recycle. Labashkakne. Now he finds the ground. Tanaka. Where Helu tackled on the 5-metre line. Tanaka. Referee said the tackle is okay. Ball was loose, but they've tidied it up. Japan. Now America apply, USA applying some pressure. Aivalu. Tanaka's over the ball. James Moore. Now flat. Tupou tackled inside the 5-metre. Tanaka, short ball, Hordier. They're very patient. Running through Labashkakne. Lost a couple of metres initially, but now he's tackled on the 5. Applying the pressure slowly. Short to Hordier. Ball comes out, but it's gone backwards. Uehelu secures the football. Tanaka. Tamuda with an inside ball for Yamanaka. Very patient, very professional, and they finish it off with a try, Japan.
It was, Ken, what a good build-up. They got into the 22 off the back of some good counter-ruck. Here we see Yamanaka just on the inside.
So they use their big men to commit defenders, and then he's one of the best ball players in international rugby, Yu Tamuda. And you're going to see, well, his professional career is littered with try and line break assists, Yu Tamuda. And there's another one. Ball player working on the back of half a dozen solid carries by his big men. Now the easy conversion to make him 5 from 5. And Japan off to a dream start of the second half. Will Maggie Hendrik Tui, should I say? Aivalu. Tamuda. Hulu. Davies for Peterson. He's been very good today, Peterson. Davies. And now El Jaburi's another player who's carried strong for the USA, the blindside flanker. Now Maggie turns the ball back on the inside for Russia. Hooley. And a new replacement front rower. Fionnay. Plenty of energy in the Japan defence. El Djibouti goes again. You just have to keep chipping away, the USA. Try and wear the Japanese defence down. Davies. He's going to kick himself. It's inside the 22. This will be an easy mark for Matsushima. Matsushima sending them back into their own half. Davies. Hooley. Matsushima. Midfield bomb, that's Fukuoka, I think, on the chase. And they're not able to take the ball cleanly. Maggie now, so that's going to be a good result for Japan.
Excellent defence by Japan. They kept on wave after wave. They kept on putting shoulders in. The pressure from Matsushima forcing Will Maggie kick out on the foot.
Michael Leach, Tanaka, Horier. It's a flat ball for Lafayette. Horier running into his opponent. So Sene Whiangai. Ball's lost for good defence from the USA. Patient and determined. It was Lasiki, the second five, with a good tackle on Helu, forcing the ball loose.
There you go. Just see Laseki on the outside coming in, forcing Helu back inside.
So Ainu, Whiangai and Mullen. Now up against Aivalu, Horier, and Igaki. Sean Davies. Fatnana, Schultz, and now Asiki showing us his kicking skills. It's low. Yutamura. Straight down the middle. Asiki for Huli. Matsushima. And sending the ball. Neither team wants to kick it out because they don't want to concede the line out throw. Now, Will Maggie. Eventually does kick it out, so Shota Horier will throw to a line out just inside their own half.
Yeah, some very impressive long kicking there. Just forcing both teams to run it back out from their 22. In the end, Japan put the ball back in the middle, not giving Will Maggie too much of an angle, so he had to put it out.
So Fanda Volta's coming on for Japan. Immediately they go to him in the line out, so he's into his work straight away. Lafayette was that first receiver, and Nagare is on as well. At halfback, this is Nagare from Suntory. The ball not taken. I think the first knock on was from Japan.
And this is what Nagari will bring to the game. Just some nice, fast, quick ball. Nagari's on for Tanaka. Van der Vault on for Helu. Nagari's out there.
Pressure, FBI!
Statesby trying to look to get the ball into their captain's hands.
Oh, there's an error from Fatnana. Schultz, it was created by Nagare, who only goes up to his ankle, so that's good pressure from Nagare, a little halfback. Have a look at Nagare on the left. Fatnana Schultz, he's 6'5". Look at that, nice job forcing the error.
They got the left side up so they can attack that way. They took Japan's flankers out of play. Whanana Schultz just not able to control it when he picked it up off the back. Opportunity gone. Nagati running.
Tupou trying to put a low kick along the ground. It's secured by Lasiki, who's had a terrific game for USA, the second 5'8". Now he's got the ball, they've held him up. This will be a scrum to Japan. No, it's a penalty. He's ruled a tackle, which means they have to let the player go. But he's had a tremendous game, Lasiki, offensively and defensively for the USA today.
Yeah, he did a wonderful job to get back to cover that kick from Tupou. Referee Jackson signalling early. No one recognising that, so they thought it was a maul. They held on. Watch referee Jackson. Release. No one's recognised it.
Michelangelo, Sorsini, fair neither hooker, but it's again Michael Leach, so good, contesting everything that's thrown near him in the line out today, and he's had a terrific amount of success as Yu Tamura goes to the year. They got 4 chases on it, Japan. Hooley gets the ball and all 4 defenders at the same time. Now Oshberger is on in 21 for the USA. Ogsberger, replacement halfback for the USA. Nicely done. Ogsberger now kicking to try to turn Japan around. Matsushima can't find Fukuoka. Tupou. Nagare. Yeah, they just go to work. Japan. And the ball's been turned over, has it? Good job. The USA turn the ball over inside their opponent's half as well. Lasiki again is at the line. Brusher. Ogsberger. Sorsini Fiagnai, who's caught behind the advantage line. And now El Jaburi. Good read and defence. Terrific work from Tupou. Good anticipation. This is Ainu playing halfback, giving the ball to Whanana Schultz. So it's an arm wrestle at the moment. Trying to commit defenders. Ogsberger. Again, kicks. Nicely done too, outside the 22. And now Fukuoka. So elusive, leaves the ball on the ground. Yamanaka with a lovely right foot step. Now a left foot step to take Hooley on the inside. And then they continue the drive. Nagare turns the ball on the inside for Horier. Michael Leach, what a try, Japan. One of the outstanding international tries you will see in 2019. Started by the brilliant Fukuoka and finished by the inspirational Michael Leach.
Wow, what a try. All started from the Japanese defence. Ogsberger decided to put a box kick in. Here you see from the ground Fukuoka offloads. Yamanaka steps off his left foot, looking for a support. Comes from Nagare. Hortier's on his inside. And watch Captain Leach up the middle to round off a well-rounded team try.
All of what we have seen in the 2.5 weeks or 2.5 rounds of this Pacific Nations Cup in 2019 as Tamura enjoys more success with his kicking. They are going to make some noise at the Rugby World Cup this year, Japan.
Just the defense from the Japanese team pressuring the USA backwards, forcing them to kick. Now, there's no problem with kicking. They've just got to make sure that they get the right chases, make their tackles, and keep. Here's Leach coming off, Poirier, both being subbed. Well-deserved break.
Ball lost forward by Japan. Was knocked forward first. We saw those images of Michael Leach and Shota Poirier leaving the field after making immense contribution. Yamanaka as well. So that sees Lemeki, the outstanding Himeno, and Sakate come on. And we have just seen Palamo come on for USA in jersey 23 as well. See, Himeno has gone to number 8. Hendrik Tui has gone to blindside flanker. Labashkakni is still there. So Palamo for Hughes, Landry for Peterson, and Pinkelman for El Jaburi, who's had a terrific game, the blindside flanker.
There's no need for the US to panic. There's plenty of time left on the clock. All they need to do is keep on carrying over the advantage line, getting quick ball, and getting into their shape.
His first carry for Palamo. And onto him quickly, Tupou and Lafayette. Now Landry, held up by Himeno, Oshberger. Maggie with a little kick over the top, but I think it went out on the full.
Right idea from Wasberger to his captain Scully. Just a little bit too high. So they're seeing the space. They're aware that they can't break them down in front of them. So they're looking for space in behind now.
Paddy Ryan from Rugby United in New York coming on for Mullen. Hendrik Tui, 42nd test today. Now at Suntory, 3 years at Panasonic. 17 games for the Queensland Reds. Relatively quiet game by his usual high standards today. Hendrik, born in New Zealand. A tremendous career he has had. Japan, top league, Super Rugby, and at international level. Tui. So Sakate, Nagare, an attacking kick just over the top, but Russia on the return. So they will start USA 25 out with the ball. They concede a penalty. Frustration. Nagare with the quick tap. And the offload to Muda. And now Hendrik Tui. Nagare. Van der Vault. Nagare, second man play for Tamura. Short ball. Nagare. Can't go right, has forced to come left. Nagare. Japan very patient. Moore, second man play to Tamura, another short ball. Just waiting it out to Tamura. Nicely done, good line, Matsuda. Now the offload, Lameki steps out of the first tackle. Offloads from the ground, they shift the ball left, Tamura. They've got the USA defence going backwards now. Nagare, Yu Tamura. Lafaele and Tupou, but the counter ruck. They are very fit. That's one thing we know about Japan.
What a great brand of rugby we're witnessing here. Their passing in between forwards and backs, their flick passes, the speed that Nagati's getting the ball out from his rucks, just putting too much pressure on the defence. Now from that penalty, they go to the corner. Another opportunity for the Brave Blossoms to drive, flex their muscle. They threw to the back for their first try. Let's see if they do it again.
Sakate for James Moore at the back. This is how they scored their first try. Off a line-out drive, but they play out with the ball, made contact with his own player in front, so it is technically
great throw from Sakate. As Moore comes down, he just can't, he hits the head of Inagaki. Just wasn't able to get the ball down into a position for the boys to drive.
Yu Tamura sitting down after 64 minutes. And what a player he can be in 2019. His form throughout the Pacific Nations has been terrific. We've always known how good a player he is. He's had a few challenges and a few injuries in recent times. He has been close to the best player in the park in all three games. Yamamoto coming on for Inagaki. Yamamoto from the powerful Yamaha club. And Matsuda and Lameki both out there as well. Osberger for Lasiki, another good carry from the second five. Lasiki, Osberger, Will Maggie. Japan with the quick throw. Matsushima shifts the ball. Lameki, Nagare picking up runners, short. Back to the left edge they go. Fukuoka takes two players on the outside. Fukuoka, now the chip and chase. What a try! This kid can play, Fukuoka. He has been a star for a long, long time. He's a 7 specialist, but he's out. The try is not awarded. Well, if anyone deserved a try like that, it was Fukuoka. Have a look at his class. He stands on the touchline around two players. Ben O'Keefe, perfect position, I think, just as heel. Osberger. And here, Japan yelling, line speed. Good carry, but Lamo. He looks a tough player to handle with the ball. They lose it forward. Nagare. They will turn defence into attack. Matsushima. Got good feet, Matsushima. In. Then he goes forward. Now the pick and go from Himeno.
Just Tupou picking in the middle. Cleaner's a little bit too late. Good body position.
Sakate. Force it. Bottom of your screen with the ball who's replaced Michelangelo Sorseni at Whengai. Dylan Fawcett, another player from the Rugby United club in New York, is Osberger. Matsushima in the air, brilliantly taken by Matsushima. Tried to flick the ball up to Sakate. Is it accomplished? Fullback Matsushima. Been playing most of his rugby in the last couple of years on the right wing. Is Osberger. Matsushima. Chance now for the USA. Operating under scraps of quality possession and now coming hard onto the ball. Landry. And this defence from Japan has been very, very good today. It's been organised, it's been aggressive. The speed of the line, as you've just seen then, has been relentless. They've conceded just the one try against a very good USA team. Osberger doing some organising at the back. Fawcett. Osberger. Breakley. Fatnana Schultz. And the offload and the tackle, Lasiki.
Yeah, the Americans still trying to wrestle through the middle of the Japanese tight forwards. They're not taking a backward step. If they can, I just feel that if they can get it to that second pod, they have a back outside behind them to move it to the edge, they might get some more gains there. There's no backs in behind the forward packs. So Japan forwards know that it's not going wide and they're just giving line speed, coming off fast, putting double shoulders onto their ball carriers.
Fawcett, the back for Fatnana Schultz. Osberger, flat ball for Lasiki once again, carries into the heart of the Japan defence. Osberger for Pinkelman. They turn the ball over. The USA and Japan immediately take them on the edge. Ball knocked forward by USA in the tackle.
Pinkelman's had a couple of good carries since he's come on. Nice and low. He just lost that one in contact on the ground. Referee Jackson's called knock on here somewhere, or no advantage, so he's gone back.
Japan, convention says from this part of the field you kick. Not always the way. With some teams in World Rugby, Japan's one of them. Good scrum from the USA. Very good scrum, putting pressure on Japan. And now Pinkelman with the ball, 2 metres out, they're going to get their second try. Hermashi. Satisfied that they got the ball down. So very good scrum from the USA. That'll get Coach Jamie Joseph's attention in the box.
Yeah, watch the left side just go up. Ainuu. Pressure. It's Pinkelman that gets the ball initially. Halfback Augsburger cleaning out. And it's Germashos that finishes a well-deserved try for the Americans. Here it is again. Pressure from the back. Pinkelman. Look at that clean out, just keeping him out on the ground.
Augsburger with the clean out. Will Hooley.
Some good impact in the front row for the Americans. Fawcett, Ainuu, Ryan. Making a big difference to their scrum. Going up against Sakate, Yamamoto and Kizu, who have come off the bench for Japan.
So Matsuda deliberately going short and not taken cleanly by the USA, but they do enough to secure the ball and win the penalty.
Hooley's been very safe under that high ball today from that short kickoff. He doesn't gather it in, but his players, his support around him. Again, Pinkelman on him, Breakley. And Van der Walt just can't get out of the way.
Four-man line out called. Fawcett, throw, bit of movement, and it's a set play. Fawcett gets the ball back, and they make some good meters down a narrow blind. Augsburger, Landry. Augsburger again. Siki. Augsburger for Maggi. And the right side again, Landry carries. Ryan. Quick hands, they've got a little 2-on-1. Fanana, Schultz, good run from him. Now the USA. Maggie with a ball out the back. Good defense from Lafayette. Good ball and all tackle. Shut down that attack. Augsburger. Maggie. Now brush up. Stays in the field of play. Augsburger. USA building pressure now. Force it. Lasiki. What a game he's had, the big second five. Always makes himself available to carry the ball. I knew. Now Palamo. Good tackle on him, Palamo. Augsburger trying. Pick up some meters, base of the ruck. Landry. Oxberger, Hooley, Lasiki gets the ball, and Hendrik Tui with a good defence.
Still not too many options. Japan's defence connected, talking with each other, working for each other, getting off the ground. Some really good running by the USA. Better footwork, looking to beat weak shoulders, carry him behind. Laseki, 2 or 3 carries in that set.
Force it. The throw, but the force it with the ball. Oxberger looking for options, goes behind Maggie with a kick out to the right-hand side. The ball's in the air. Whoa, is that a try there for Scully? No.
I think Scully might have been offside at that point.
You're asking a question. So it's Oxberger. Now, maybe let's have a look at what happens here. Matsushima is up. Doesn't take the ball cleanly. Missed by Matsushima again. Missed by... Oh, looked like a try. But we're coming back for an earlier...
Earlier infringement from the line out. USA going to back their new front row. Try and get some go forward here.
Hendrik Tui. Leaves the field with a little over a minute to go. And the fans here are getting excited with their USA chants. So the only one small blemish might be the Japan scrum that got pushed back. And I think Coach Joseph has addressed with this last change with Kizu coming on. Now the free kick. And that will be the Japan front rowers trying to muscle up. And if anything, the USA will take positives out of this game from their set piece, especially their scrum. Their work rate on attack has been impressive as well. Oxberger. Nana Schultz is tackled by Labashkakni. And they roll around to the open side, and then Oxberger tries to take some meters off the tackle of Van der Walt, gets him to the ground. So, Hermeshuis. Great atmosphere at the ground, good support for the USA team from a largely neutral audience as they muscle up the USA through Ryan. Got their hands on the ball. That's Himeno. It's got his hands on the ball, but they work to get it back, and it's James Moore. We're very much in referee's time now, with USA looking to finish the game on a positive. Japan will be crowned champions for 2019 at the Pacific Nations. And there's been a tough 2 tries to 1 contest in the second half.
Space for the US to attack to the right. They're going to wait for the scrum. Midfield scrum, 2 set up to the left, to the right, and 2 in behind. If they can get to the right, they'll create a 4-on-3.
This USA scrum showing us how hard the big men have been working as well. It's been a very good aspect of what they've done today. Oxberger lateral, then drops the ball short for Palamo, coming hard into a hole, but he's catered for by the defence. And now Hermeshes loses the ball forward, and some very good aggressive defence from Japan. Nagare say that'll do. He'll kick the ball out. They will win the game, and they will be crowned champions in the Pacific Nations for 2019. Japan with an outstanding 34 points to 20 win over the USA.
What a way to end the game. A big shot on Hermeshes. The American number 7 coming around the corner. He loses the ball in the tackle. They kick the ball out, and now they celebrate. What a great defensive effort from Japan. The Americans asked questions around their ruck. They were up for it.
On your screen, Peterson in 5 for the USA. Greg Peterson from the Newcastle Falcons. He had a very big game today as well for USA. They're just too organised on defence. Japan in some brilliant play themselves. Shota Horier, what a relief it will be for everybody to see him come through. Behind him, Inagake, Lafayette and Tupou, very good in the midfield.
Yeah, a well-balanced game again by Japan. They know their strengths. They know to carry through the middle. Their ball players, whether forwards or backs, are happy to pass and offload to players in space. They've got pace, and Fukuoka and Matsushima.
Inagaki and Uehilu on your screen. And Blaine Scully, the captain of the USA.
played really well, and they punished us for every mistake that we made.
So what have you taken out from this PNC as far as your preparations for the Rugby World Cup is concerned?
As much as we're disappointed with the result, this is very much about the process, and for us, it's about continuing getting better and growing our areas of the game, and with the realization that even though we wanted to win the Pacific Nations Cup, we have the World Cup to look forward to, which is pretty good.
Thank you very much, and all the best for World Cup.
Cheers.
Intelligent and articulate Blaine Scully, emphasising that the process is for them to continue to build for Rugby World Cup 2019. We're inside the last 50 days of that, and he was very good today, Scully. And the captain of Japan, Michael Leach, is sidelined.
Michael, first of all, congratulations for the win. Very disciplined Japan side. What could be the secret behind lifting the trophy after 11 years?
I think it all came down to preparation. I think we've been together since February, and all the hard work has paid off.
Do you think Japan is on right track for the Rugby World Cup?
I think we're on the right track. However, today's performance, I think our discipline maybe let us down, but I think we're on the right track.
Is there any added pressure as a host for the World Cup?
Yes, there is added pressure, but we love the pressure. Pressure makes us work harder, so we're looking forward to the World Cup.
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you very much.
For the third time, they are crowned Pacific Nations champions. Japan having won the competition or the tournament 2011, 2014 and 2019. And today, they were very impressive.
Final score, Japan 34, USA 20. Look at how much territory and possession the USA had. The time in opposition, 22, all towards the USA. Japanese, they only need a few chances. They throw the ball around, they use their forwards, their backs, they interlink, and they can score points.
They had all the ball, all the field position, USA. When they lost the game, their coach, Gary Gold, downstairs.
Gary, after today's game, where do you think USA stands in terms of World Cup preparation?
Still happy that we're on song for our World Cup preparation. I think it was good that we got tested by such a good Japanese team today. And I think we saw that when you play against such a good quality team, when you make mistakes, they make you pay, So that was a great lesson for us. But really proud of our guys for how hard they stuck in and fought right until the end. And I think we're in a good place. It's been a good couple of weeks and we've really enjoyed it. And as I say, congratulations to a really good Japanese team.
What are some of the key areas that you will be targeting before heading to Japan?
Obviously, we need our set piece to function. Today we lost some critical lineouts that we shouldn't have lost. Some of our scrums didn't go as well as they did, and we're always going to improve on our attack. So there's a lot of work still to be done, but really happy with the guys at the moment.
Thank you and good luck for the World Cup.
Yeah, thank you very much, and thanks to everybody from Fiji for your support. Appreciate it.
Yes, very popular visitors they have been to Fiji. We've been the USA team and the Japan team. Well, it doesn't get any better than 3 wins from 3 starts and crowned tournament champions in 2019. Their coach is now sidelined.
Jamie, first of all, congratulations for the win. It took Japan 11 years to lay their hands again on the PNC title. You must be really pleased with the team's performance.
Yeah, Mo, I thought the players didn't play our best rugby tonight, but we did play a couple of good tests. I thought we played well against Fiji, and then they sort of followed on against Tonga last week. It was difficult. USA made it really difficult for us today, and I thought they played really well and put us under a lot of pressure.
Into the World Cup here, and Japan is the host of the Rugby World Cup, and now winning the PNC title. Do you think that's an icing on the cake?
Oh, I just think that's our first goal. Our first goal was to, win the PNC. That was a goal within our team, not necessarily outside our team. The next goal is to go to the World Cup and play, our Japanese brand of rugby and make the top 8.
So how much do you think there's an added pressure for the host team going into the World Cup?
There's always pressure in rugby. I think our players felt a lot of pressure today. It wasn't an easy match, and that's only going to get bigger as the World Cup approaches.
Thank you, Jamie, and all the best for the World Cup.
And yeah, cheers. Thank you. Hula.
Yes, a dual international, having represented Japan and the All Blacks. A super rugby champion coach with the Highlanders. And now he can add Pacific Nations champions 2019 to the trophy cabinet, and his team building very, very nicely for the Rugby World Cup.
Japan started off thrown to the back. They got their drive on. Fukuoka, Lafaeli and Tupou joined in and got their captain Michael Leach over for the first try of the game. Then from quick ball off 5-man line out, Matsushima got on the outside of Hughes. Fukuoka following in from the left side was on hand to finish off. Quick ball here from a carry from Peterson. McGinty showing the ball. Tui pushing off, and Hughes back on the inside.
It was 2013 at half time. And then they started.
That was just before half time. Here we are. This was about the 15th phase. They were very patient. Fukuoka off a box kick, counted, passed the ball off the ground. On the inside, Nagari following, Hordev following, and super captain Michael Leach up the middle for a try. The American scrum putting Nagari under pressure, with Hugh Massage scoring the final try for America.
So they're a perfect record for Japan. Winners of Pool B and winners of the tournament in 2019, 3 from 3, with a pretty good points differential as well. USA in second place. So the score 33-23 yesterday, with Tonga too good for Canada, and a thrilling and entertaining game here in the final, with Japan beating the USA by 34 points to 20. And the final game of Pacific Nations 2019 to follow will be the host team, Fiji, hosting the Manu Samoa. So on behalf of Ilva and the production crew, bringing you coverage of the 2019 Pacific Nations Cup. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. We look forward to your company